Yes, thank you, Phil, and thank you, Victor. This is your final of our Quintet $1 million tournament. Dorian Olivarez, Mika Galvao, Wagner Rocha, Giancarlo Bedoni, and Luke Griffith for Team New Wave. They take on Ethan Crelinsten, Joseph Chen, Chris Wojcik, Nicky Rudd, and Victor Hugo for the B team. For one more time tonight, let's go ahead and throw it to Michael C. Williams.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it all comes down to this. The top two teams, a $1 million payday. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. This is the CJI 2 $1 million Team Tournament Championship. First to the pit, we'll bring out the blue corner. Would you please welcome the co-founder and the coach of B Team. This is Nicky Ryan.
Now, Nicky Ryan makes his way back one more time. Gave a great little pep talk at the end of the last match, and he said, you know what, I don't really need to tell these guys anything. They've been around, they've done it all, they know what's at stake. B Team did not come to play around.
And now we welcome his opponent in the tournament final. One last team duel. Here is your coach from Team New Wave. Please welcome John Danaher.
John Danaher returns one more time, pays his respects, and as if the rivalry, the local derby nature of this between the two teams was not enough, you've got the two coaches. Nicky Ryan, of course, used to train under John Danaher. He's now coaching against him, and one of them is going to help take home a share of $1 million.
Yeah, it's the former pupil up against the sensei, right? And they've both got their rival teams against each other.
And as our teams have done all weekend here at CJI 2, they hold the reveal until the last possible moment. Let's go now. Blue corner, first, we'll find out the first competitor entering the pit from the B Team. Coach, are we ready?
Yeah.
We're ready.
Chris Wojcik.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the final team duel matchup, here we go, the blue corner. He is the PGF silver medalist and ADCC top 4. Competing at 88 kilograms, please welcome B Team's Chris Wojcik.
So B Team repeats their actions from the semi-final. They lead off with 88 kilo competitor Chris Wojcik.
Yeah, I find that's an interesting choice, you know? First time we've seen a guy starting the squad 2 times.
And now we go to the the red corner. We check in with the coach from New Wave, Mr. Danaher. Do we have our first competitor?
Mika Galvao.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2024, he won every major championship, including ADCC gold at 77 kilograms. Would you please welcome one of the pound-for-pound best, the young phenom. This is the wild card at 77 kilograms for Team New Wave. Please welcome Mika Galvao.
Team New Wave lean to their wild card. Mika Galvao first up. Hasn't made the waves everyone expected yet in this event though, guys. Got a good opportunity to lead New Wave off on the right foot here in the final.
Yeah, Mika's had 2 tough matches. DeAndre Corbett and Lucas Hulk, both of those ended double elimination. But this is it. It all comes down to the final, right?
Teletape for this one. 10 kilo weight advantage for Chris Wojcik. The younger Mika Galvao, the more accomplished in competition though. Real good opportunity for Wojcik to cement his mark with a win here. Your referee for this team final is none other than Big John McCarthy. 8 minutes on the clock should they need them. White rush guard for Galvao, multi-cam for Wojcik.
Now, something you have to think about is that both of Wojcik's matches were against guys very much like himself, Jacob Couch and Lucas Canard, right? Both leg lockers. That's not Mika Galvao. That's a very different opponent in front of him. And yeah, Chris is going to go A-game. He's going to go after legs. But Mika's not the kind of guy who's going to play footsies with him.
One thing you got to think about for B team as well is they have Joseph Chen, who did not compete in the semi-final. His work was not required this time round. So he is very fresh, waiting back in the locker room.
Yeah, Joseph just had that one match yesterday against Max Hansen, the 66er. So Joseph should be pretty fresh for sure.
Mika really relies a lot on dynamic movement, on big mistakes that are made by his opponent. Chris is going to keep his back flat on the mat pretty much most of this engagement here.
Getting knee back in. Beautiful work, Chris.
He's not going to make any big, crazy motions. He's going to stay on the attack at the feet.
Looking for his own ankle lock is Mika Galvao, and just thinking about it, you know, two notable losses that Mika Galvao has had. He lost to Cade Ruotolo via leg lock at ADCC 2022. He lost to Dante Leon by leg lock at ADCC 2024. So if there's any chink in his armor, it is the legs, and that, of course, as we said, is Chris Wojcik's A-game.
Yeah, that was a straight footlock last time out at ADCC, but Galvao looking to pass dynamically here.
I think, watch out for Chris Wojcik. Nice. Extending his arm from bottom, because Mika could flying armbar over the top of that guard.
That's a great call, Howell.
When we do enter, we're focusing on control.
Yeah, Mika Galvao, he just needs the smallest gap. We've seen time and time again how he will suddenly turn the entire situation to his advantage and end his opponent's night very quickly indeed. Hasn't been able to thus far, though.
Right up against the mat, against the wall now.
That arm as well.
It's going to kill Wojcik's ability to recover guard and invert a little bit here.
He's trying to post on that far hip and shove the knee through, walk all the way around the outside. Not able to do so.
That's better for Mika. But the top knee, the lasso comes in over the top. That's good. That's good. That's really good for Wojcik.
3 minutes down, 5 minutes to go, Chris.
This would be massive for B team if Wojcik can get Mika off the board. That's big.
You can threaten dragging and limping that leg out, Chris.
I like Mika's strategy. Let's keep this head pressed up against the pit wall.
Yeah, Wojcik, it's going to be hard for him to find an opening to remove himself from that position. He can't really wrestle up on Galvao. You got to figure he's going to be very tough to sweep with anything other than a leg entanglement that forces a defense.
Almost halfway.
That being said, Mika Galvao has not found a route to pass the guard yet.
He's in.
I think that's his path right there. Let me create a little bit of chaos. Let me create something crazy. Force Chris to overreact to something that's not necessarily orthodox or technical. See if I can open him up, get him to do something a little bit off of his beaten path. Because right now he's just running into Chris Wojcik's programmed patterns.
Now the chant from the crowd comes in, let's go Mika. A lot of Brazilians here this weekend.
Rocha's got a little bit more space to work now. They've come away from the wall.
Coming up.
Careful flying submissions. Good.
Oh, I even heard Nicky Ryan saying, be careful of flying submissions. They know it. Everybody knows it.
Beautiful.
Well, we got touch over 3 minutes left here, and Galvao trying to up the pressure here.
This is good for Mika.
Nice job by Chris, getting that right foot back to the inside space. I really thought Mika had something cooking right there.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to find a way around. He's had some good positions, and this could be what he needs. He jumps on a front headlock series. Wojcik scrambles.
He's not out.
3 minutes, Chris.
As Mika goes to move to the back here, Chris has got to spot that opportunity to roll back to his guard.
Yeah, and he sits back down. Galvao tries to leap over the top.
Nice escape from Chris. Kept his composure, broke the grips, and then just popped his head out, sat through.
It's a good, significant moment for Galvão, though. Really forced active defense. It's one of the things the judges are going to be looking at. Who initiated the action to progress those positions, really put the other guy on the back foot.
And that's kind of the most significant thing that's happened so far, was that front headlock control.
Chris does a really good job weaving the left foot over around in front of the bicep of Mika, and then he puts his left hand there on the back of the tricep and creates a counter pressure. Slows down Mika's passing.
Minute 50, Chris.
Less than 2 minutes now, and
Think about how we can enter
Mika
off of
has
this.
not found a hole, really.
Minute 40, Chris.
And it's kind of interesting, right, that Mika struggled with the Andre Corbe's guard, struggling with Wojcik's guard.
90
Dare I say
seconds
that-
left on the clock.
Dare I say that Mika has looked very human this weekend.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk coming into this. He's known as a very aggressive finisher. He's a 76% submission rate, 82 submissions from 108 wins in his professional career. People really thought he was in the team to do the damage and notch up the submissions. It just hasn't played out like that.
Only looking for
Yeah, we were all talking about it. Everybody kind of imagined that, you know, Mika could potentially take out 1, 2, 3 guys. That just hasn't come to fruition here at CJI 2. Wojcik looking possible false reap, but
50 seconds,
that scoop
Chris.
grip underhook that Mika has on that top leg.
Chris has a nice grip with his right hand. Well, he did. He bailed on it. He had a nice grip underneath on the back of the heel of Galvão.
Final 30 seconds, Chris. 30 seconds, nice.
Beautiful, beautiful, Chris. Yes, yes. Enter the legs here.
Final 20 seconds. We're in Hail Mary territory very thoroughly right now for submissions.
And that's what Mika was possibly thinking about. You saw the way he was over, maybe going to step over a knee bar or something, but... Oh, there's a last-ditch ankle lock. Is it legit? Kind of looks it, but
Oh, maybe.
right on the buzzer.
Time is going to expire. Chris Wojcik, Mika Galvão open up the final here by going the full minutes and will both be eliminated. Of course, we do have to consider, should this match go, or this duel go the distance, this match will be one of those scored. Guys, if you have to go to the judges on that, what are you thinking?
Galvão.
Yeah,
Galvão.
I'd have to agree. I mean, like, Chris didn't really get into any attacking positions. His guard was phenomenal. Mika couldn't pass, but Mika had that front headlock control, and he dropped back on a couple straight ankles, and definitely, I think Chris felt that second one more than the first.
You got to feel like that's a little bit of a win for B Team, though.
Do you want to see CJI 3? Click the QR code and donate today. Proceeds going to multiple projects, including the Guardian Project, and ensuring fair pay for jiu-jitsu athletes. We are all trying to raise the profile of jiu-jitsu in the general consciousness, and of course, along the way, build gyms for underprivileged kids in various parts of the world. Go ahead, donate to the Fair Fight Foundation tonight. Click the QR code on your screen to contribute. Look back in the locker rooms there at the two teams getting ready to compete. Let's go ahead one more time to Mr. Williams. He's going to let us know who's up next.
And now to make his way to the pit, fighting out of the blue corner for B Team, the multiple-time IBJJF World Champion, who in the semifinal round racked up 2 consecutive submissions and $100,000 as the wild card at plus 99 kilograms. Again, for Team B Team, please welcome Victor Hugo.
The man of the semifinals. You heard it from him when he was speaking to our roving reporter, Philly Fresh, a moment ago. He's not tired, he's inspired. He's got the opportunity to really make a hefty dent in his wallet here.
And he'll take on the competitor out of the red corner, the 2022 bronze medalist, the 2024 ADCC silver medalist at 88 kilograms. Representing Team New Wave, please welcome Wagner Rocha.
Wagner Rocha, the veteran spoiler on the team. He makes his way back. He's fought almost everybody in the sport. Not Victor Hugo, though.
Yeah, this is an intriguing matchup for sure. Wagner had 2 tough matches this weekend.
Tail of the tape for the second bout in this duel final. Both men originally from Brazil, Team New Wave versus the B team, 43 years old. Wagner Rocha, he's gonna give up some 32 kilos. It's about 70 pounds here.
So thinking about it, Wagner had 2 matches this weekend. Elijah Dorsey yesterday, Kaynan Duarte earlier. He definitely suffered with the size and strength of Kaynan.
And of course, in that Kaynan match, he was under all sorts of pressure for most of that match. He managed to get out of horribly dominant back control from the larger man.
He's so tough to finish.
Yeah, didn't get submitted, and that's the key. Can Victor Hugo be one of the very few men to submit Wagner Rocha?
Well, Victor has got some great momentum, having scored 2 submissions in the semi-final against Team Australasia. I'm sure he'd love another 50K in his pocket.
Keep walking him backwards, Victor.
It's actually Victor kind of doing the showboating and maybe trying to get in the head of Wagner, because usually it's Wagner who takes guys out of their game with those kind of tactics, you know?
But this is the thing, right? If Victor Hugo wants to use his size to try and bully Wagner and club him and turn it into a fight, you know, Wagner fought in the UFC, right? We didn't talk about it. He had 4 fights in the UFC back in 2013, 2014. 14-4 pro MMA record with 8 submissions. The guy will relish turning it into a bit of a grubby scrap.
That's what he loves the most. That's what he does to all his opponents.
Power double from Wagner. It's a brick wall, though.
Really is. 120 kilograms is Victor Hugo. That is the biggest man in this entire tournament.
You have elbow throw bys.
Keep going forward, baby. Go forward. I know.
Big John saying to Wagner, you got to keep going forward. Wagner gives him a look like, do you see this guy in front of me?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, heavy sprawl on top, and he's locked up. A bit of a staff grip here. Let's see where he goes.
He's pretty deep with that right arm.
Tries to go to the back. Wagner capitulates, and he's going to have to defend the north-south position here.
Yeah, Wagner's got a knee in, but that's a lot of weight bearing down on it. Victor's probably going to settle in the north-south, and if he doesn't, maybe he could actually get some back exposure here.
Yeah, he's going to clear this knee.
No.
Maybe not. Not over yet, though.
Got that recovery from Wagner.
Yeah, Victor still got his hand, his left hand on the back side of the leg of Wagner, so he could still shuck that leg by as he continues to turn towards north-south.
You got 5.5 minutes.
It's a real stress position for Wagner Rocha, though. He's framing with his left hand in the hip.
I mean, he's being asked to do by his team what we all thought he was brought on board to do, right? Be the spoiler, try and knock off some of the big guys. You know he's hard to finish, but he's got 5 minutes to go through the ringer here with the heaviest man in the competition on top of him.
Victor has to progress his grips and his positioning very carefully. Any kind of space, Wagner's going to try to utilize that, probably get back to his feet. Victor has to suck all the space out.
Wagner's got plenty, Victor's got plenty of time to work here in the search of a submission.
Yes, gift wrap first. Gift wrap first. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Heavy side control.
4:30 left. 4:30 left, Victor.
And for a big man, look at the way that Victor, he's really good at like closing those spaces, right? The way he slides his knee in up against the back. He's got his knee on the hips there. Doesn't give his opponents a lot of space to escape. Looked like that was some hand on the face as well, Wagner style.
He's behind the elbow now.
if he starts to build up, be ready to
Got a
insert
seatbelt.
your side hook.
Had it.
4 minutes to work.
There he goes.
Slowly, methodically.
Oh, there's back control with the body triangle hook on the inside.
Well, we
Wagner
saw.
was here in the semis.
Yeah, he hung out here with Kynan on his back for a very long time, and he was able to survive. Can Victor Hugo do what Kynan didn't?
Nice, exactly. Keep left hand underneath his armpit. You're fine. One-on-one.
Just a reminder, those are the competitors waiting in the wings. Look at the graphic at the top of your screen.
Yeah, 1 man down from each squad.
So many ways this could still go. It's early in the duel, but right now there is a good chance for for B team to seize an early lead here.
You got 320, Victor.
Oh, he's almost, I thought he was under the chin for a second. Let's take a look at the transition here in your picture-in-picture. Pulling him back in for a chair sit.
Straight to the body triangle. That's where those long legs come in handy. But now you actually see that Victor has his
If we get that
ankles
elbow coming
crossed.
down, we switch off to
The
rear
hooks in the
naked.
middle.
Get a left hand control hand again. Nice job.
Trying to be methodical about this finish.
Again. Right hand comes over the shoulder. Left hand one-on-one, right hand over the shoulder.
2:40 left, and Victor hasn't been hurrying here. He hasn't actually really been threatening the neck all that much. He's been stuck in this hand fight.
Right leg can come outside the hip if we want.
Well, Wagner hasn't made it easy.
Keep left hand control.
John Danaher and Melky Galvao in the corner of Team New Wave.
Head has to be underneath his head, Victor. You get head position first, yes. Get your head underneath his head first.
Trying to realign here, body triangle.
Body triangle first.
Let's try and realign our
I'm
chest
actually
with
surprised
his
we
back,
haven't
getting
seen
our
Victor
head
kind of
underneath
maybe
it.
change tactics and try to climb up a little bit higher, maybe go for like that kind of
We got
back
2
triangle.
minutes left.
He's look for a second. He was going to try and choke him out from the back with the arm in.
Yeah, he's kind of flirted with it a few times.
He'll grab the fingers.
Because, you know, he's so long. You know, his torso is so much longer than Wagner's. It's hard for him to get low and down and underneath the chin of Wagner Rocha.
Oh, Wagner Rocha's going to try and get out. He's got to be careful.
Nice escape from Wagner. Look at that. His back to face is world class, really.
1:30 left here, and Victor Hugo's got to push it if he wants to try and get the sub. Time is ticking away.
Victor's got a really phenomenal guard, very, very mobile from bottom. Inverts incredibly well, plays a leg game well.
Coming up on the last minute,
Victor, absolutely one of the best big man guard players out there in the sport right now. Great knee shield, great closed guard.
Victor, last minute, last minute.
Yeah, we haven't really seen any of it from him this weekend. He's been pretty much exclusively playing from top in his matches. But now he's looking for a leg.
Oh, Wagner trying to pass there with a long step, and
Look at this,
Hugo's
Victor.
in on a leg.
45 seconds.
He can put a lot of
Oh, slips
God.
out.
Bro, I thought his leg came off for a second.
I don't think Wagner would tap, to be fair. I think he'd take a break right now. 30 seconds left.
Victor, 30 seconds.
Each team member's going to walk away with a couple of $100,000 if they're victorious, so
20 seconds, Victor. Need a quick sub.
Wagner thinking about a toe hold.
Yeah, 15 seconds left. Hugo's got one last chance to dive on something as well.
He's fishing for a foot, but it's a little bit too late.
Oh, and that's going to do it. They know the time has expired. A draw and double elimination. It's almost certainly going to be a 10-9, possibly a 10-8 to Victor Hugo, should this match need to be considered by the judges.
Well, Wagner just took out the B team's big man, one of the heavy hitters.
And match number 2 here, our final team duel ends in a draw hold. Are eliminated. The 3 inside judges will now enter the scorecard for those score totals. The added under the team cumulative totals of the duel.
But very clearly a decision win for Victor Hugo on those judges' scorecards.
The question is it 10-9 or is it 10-8?
Great
I'm of
question.
the opinion it was 10-9, not a lot of sub threats.
Yeah.
I think that's the point, right? It was control, no submission. But hey, thanks to our sponsors tonight. Visit LSK Plastic Surgery today. LSK Plastic Surgery is a multidisciplinary clinic that integrates medical knowledge from the fields of dermatology and plastic surgery. We thank them for their support. Well, two more guys facing up, and the roster to pick from is shrinking. See the guys waiting backstage. Nick Rodriguez, Joseph Chen, Ethan Crelinsten still on deck for B team. Dorian Olivarez, Giancarlo Bedoni, and Luke Griffith for New Wave. Still the two heavyweights for them. Let's go ahead and get the next introductions.
And now we welcome our first competitor out of the blue corner, Team B Team, the Polaris champion, the three-time ADCC veteran at 66 kilograms. Please welcome Ethan Crelinsten.
Well, Ethan Crelinsten comes out. He had a very tough match earlier on, survived a lot of onslaught against Declan Moody.
That was a tough match. He was put under all kinds of pressure. Declan was relentless, but Ethan was able to withstand a barrage of attacks. Found his way out each time. Hung on for the double elimination. The question is, where is Ethan?
Right. A little bit surprised here. See if we can get word for you on what the holdup is. Wow. So Ethan Crelinsten seems to be AWOL right now. Gotta wonder what's going through Coach Nicky Ryan's head, sitting there pit side.
There he comes.
There he comes.
It looks like he might have had a quick bathroom break. That's what happened, apparently. That is the word what happened.
And now we introduce to the pit out of the red corner, the 2023 ADC trial winner, an IBJJ Nogi world champion, the youngster at 66 kilograms from Team New Wave, Dorian Olivarez.
Now, this is interesting. You guys said earlier you were really hoping you'd get to see Dorian against someone his own weight. You got your wish.
Yeah, and this is a rematch of the ADCC East Coast Trials final, where Dorian Olivarez was victorious and punched his ticket to the World Championships 2024.
Yeah, it was by points. There was no submission in that match.
And they were former training partners as well, because Dorian was formerly at B Team before joining New Wave.
Teletape for this one, the veteranship is the defining factor here. It goes to Ethan Crelinsten. Expect a lot of fast pace from both guys here. I'm sure they're both happy with the matchup.
Ethan, you ready? You ready? Let's go.
Big John gets us started one more time.
Ethan smartly pulls guard right there. He knows that he's not going to out-wrestle Dorian.
Well, Olivarez immediately, running around the outside.
Best attack is this. It's playing an active guard game and trying to catch a submission somewhere, because he knows Dorian's not going to settle. He knows Dorian's just going to pour on the pressure, that constant movement, the very high work rate from start to finish. Ethan knows he's in a dogfight.
That's Olivarez' passing style.
We've seen it all weekend from him. It doesn't matter who it is, big or small. That's his game.
Yeah, if you can keep that kind of movement up for a full 8 minutes in a match, it's very, very hard to not find an opening at some point.
It's so hard to slow down, so hard to tie up. That's the other thing that, you know, Dorian is, he's got, of course, the technical answers to those situations too, but it's just, you can't hold him.
If he plays with that low head, you can threaten heisting and snapping too. Triangle, and then the legs here, knees come in.
Knees smashed together. Ethan able to recover into his half. Dorian trying to push through. Ethan has to invert to try to stop it. Now Dorian is all the way through, pushes him into the turtle and jumps on the front headlock. Ethan recovers very nicely. Dorian still chasing him and never lets off the gas.
Really doesn't.
6:30 to go.
That's that 19-year-old gas tank, right?
Well, even other 19-year-olds don't have a gas tank like this. This kid's very special.
He is indeed.
They're going to pin the ankle and move around here.
Ethan, one of the co-founders of the B team, and will be one of the head coaches now at the new Simple Man Martial Arts here in Austin, Texas.
Oh, and there's a heavy connection for Dorian Olivarez now. Looks like he's got the underhook. He's got some upper body control. This could be bad for
Two underhooks, double underhooks from top half.
6 minutes remaining, Ethan.
He's stapled Ethan's shoulders to the mat right now.
Trying to work that leg free, straightening it, trying to shake the grip through. Crelinsten still with a grip above the knee line that's saving him here, but as soon as that knee pops out, it's going to go one side or the other, either the mount or the knee cut.
Don't forget, of course, Nicky Ryan in the coach's chair of B team got his black belt from John Danaher. So did Ethan Crelinsten. Lockdown.
Ethan goes to the lockdown, trying anything he can to save this guard pass.
Well, and it has helped him. He's managed to reestablish his frames on the upper body.
Row drag, Dorian.
Ethan's a little bit vulnerable to that row drag, huh? Declan managed to hit it again and again in their match, and now Dorian's used it to run all the way around into the top side. Look at that squeeze.
Yeah, good grip up top. Crelinsten on the defensive once more.
5 minutes to work.
Oh, and this nasty hand in the mouth. Disrupt that breathing. Into the mounts. Dorian's a man on a mission.
You can possibly get left knee back inside.
And don't forget as well that he was hunting submissions non-stop in all of his matches as well, even against Felipe Pena.
Yeah, he's got a shot at really helping New Wave out here as the remaining competitors dwindles on each team. All these matches, the stakes just keep getting amped up a notch every time.
Dorian just creating movement for the fun of it right here, just to push Ethan a little bit deeper into his gas tank.
He's just broken through all defenses, and he's just constantly harassing Ethan's head and face with grinding his forearm, putting his knee on there.
Straight bully mode here for
Yeah,
Dorian.
it is.
Halfway through, Ethan. 4 minutes remaining.
And Ethan's kind of cracking here.
He's just slowly getting further and further out of position, and that's what Olivarez is going to look for.
What Olivarez really wants is for Ethan to turtle, and he wants to go front head or back. That's Olivarez's like main submission attacks come from those positions. Of course, he can snag a Kimura, he can snag arms and stuff, but he loves getting on the head and neck. It's that wrestling pedigree. It's, you know, so good there. Just the work rate non-stop.
It's wild. It's absolutely wild to watch. 3.5 minutes left on the clock, and this guy has not stopped moving for barely 5 seconds at a time.
Even tried a wrist lock for a second there, knowing that he wasn't going to get it, just to be annoying.
Ethan got some space there, but look at that. Dorian just bulldogging his way through.
It's so hard for Crelinsten to get anything going. Olivarez
Into the
is just
closed
first
guard.
to the
That's how
pack.
to slow him
Better
down.
for Ethan.
Just immediately stood to break, though. Crelinsten trying to hold on to that closed guard. Maybe there's a sweep for him. Look at the balance of Olivarez.
Ooh, gotta watch out now.
This is much better for Ethan right
Ethan
here.
Crelinsten gets a shot at the back.
Almost on it.
He's still in a good offensive position here. If he can move to the shoulder crunch. No,
Got
clears
the
it.
body triangle from the bottom. It's going to slow it down. It's going to make it hard for him to attack, though.
Close guard is going to be Ethan's answer right here. He does not want to open it because it's the only way that you can slow Dorian down. Look at that forearm in the face. Now hands on the mouth as well.
220, trying to work elbows across. He's going to be scared to stand up now.
Fighting for grips on the chest. 2 minutes left. This the third bout in your Team Duels final. $1 million to the winner.
This is nice. 2 underhooks from the bottom for Ethan.
Let's go after him.
Trying to get
Damn.
elbow across.
Sorry, Dorian pressing his head away.
Minute 50, Ethan.
Dorian's pressure, look at that.
Yep, exactly. Again. Bring elbow
Ethan's
across
doing his
again.
best to clinch him, but every time he tries to make any meaningful connection, Dorian's got a frame on that neck.
Right in the throat. I mean, he's making it hard to breathe,
Yeah.
making it hard to turn your head the direction you want to turn it.
But Dorian learned his lesson. He hasn't postured up to his feet because Ethan was able to scoop that leg.
Well, Crelinsten getting a chance to make this a little bit more competitive. Now he's been able to slow down and finally grab a hold of Olivarez. It's going to be probably too little, too late in terms of swaying the judges, but we'll see if he gets a chance at a submission bite in the last minute here.
You got final 60 seconds, Ethan. Final 60.
We're into the last minute of this 8-minute round.
He's gonna be scared to stand up now.
And Ethan's all about wanting to control that posture.
45 seconds. 45 seconds. Stay in the middle, buddy.
A wrist lock from top inside the close guard.
Yep. Constantly trying to put
Olivarez has not tried to stand and break this recently.
No, not after that first shot where Ethan had a brief look at the back.
Yep, drags.
Look at that, going to the neck. Oh, but he's going to try a little Nogi Ezekiel from close guard there, but
You got to wonder about some stalling calls.
I did wonder, but with time...
I'm not even saying against who, but...
Yeah, time started to tick down now. Didn't think it was worth bringing up with only 10 or 20 seconds left. It's definitely got to be a consideration. We're going to go once more to a draw and double elimination.
A third individual match here in our final team duel. Ends in a draw and a double elimination.
So here is the graphic. You got 2 men left on each side, and it's the 2 big men for Team New Wave.
You got Joseph at 77 and Nicky Rod at under 99.
Join Flow Grappling with an annual plan now, all through the rest of today, August 31st. You'll get a free rash guard kit designed in collaboration with Craig Jones. Enjoy streaming access to the biggest and best live events in jiu-jitsu from ADCC, IBJJF, WNO, BJJ Stars, and more. That annual plan will last you all year long, only on Flow Grappling. And don't forget, you get the rest of this replay till 5 p.m. Central Time, Monday night. It's about 11 p.m. in London, 12 midnight in Central Europe.
You see, Nicky's already had to make his pick. Whoever it is backstage will be ready to go.
And you got to figure...
It's a question, is it Joseph or Nicky Rod? What do you think?
It's tough. You got to figure that New Wave are probably ahead on the scorecards as well. But let's go ahead and find out. Here are your introductions.
And now we welcome to the pit out of the blue corner, the man that did not compete, was not needed in the semifinal round earlier tonight. He is the 2023 ADCC Trials winner. He's well rested now at 77 kilograms and on his way to the blue corner, B-Team's Joseph Chen.
Well, Joseph Chen not needed in the semis. He's one of the guys who a lot of people hope to see him against some of the people he might not typically face, including the larger guys, and that's what we're going to see.
Yeah, I think we're going to see him against Luke Griffith right here. If I'm Danaher, I'm holding Bedoni to close the show. You got to let Jordan take the last shot.
And his opponent making his way to the pit out of the red corner, by contrast, very busy in the semifinal round, earning a $50,000 submission finish. He is the 2-time back-to-back reigning ADCC 88-kilogram world champion, competing at 99 kilograms tonight. New Waves, Giancarlo Bodoni.
Well, they leave Luke Griffith waiting in the wings. Giancarlo Bodoni picked up 50K last time out for submitting Ronaldo Jr. in what was the match that sent his team through to the finals. Tape for this one, the weight disparity is going to be some 15, 16 kilos in the favor of Giancarlo Bodoni. Very curious to see how this one plays out stylistically.
Good, Joseph. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get it on.
Big John McCarthy gets us underway here.
This is an awesome stylistic matchup.
Joseph isn't exactly known for doing absolutes, but he doesn't really have a problem going against big guys. But I think that Giancarlo, he's in bully mode again, kind of like he was against Gavin Corbet day one.
Yeah,
he knows he's got to use that size and strength advantage, because you go technique for technique against Joseph Chen, that's tough.
Absolutely, and you know, Chen does have some very good upper body wrestling. Big 2-on-1 for Bedoni, tries to get the throw off it. Pushed all the way back up against the wall. Chen's trying to wrestle out here.
Giancarlo nearly came out of the pit there.
Yeah, he nearly landed in your lap.
That's why we love the pit wall. Contains all of the action. No resets here at CJI.
2-on-1 again for Bedoni.
Yeah, motioning as though he's going to step all the way across for that kind of Haragoshi, and he gets a good foot sweep.
You know, I was kind of expecting to see like another Uchi style. Giancarlo's so good with that, whether it's from the 2-on-1 or the overhook, but that was a really nice switch there, getting Joseph down.
One of the uphill struggles for Chen in this match is going to be, if it does go the distance, he's still got to find a way to try and even up the scoreboards. Firmly suspect that New Wave lead 2-1 in terms of the matches that have already happened.
Yeah, because if he wants to make a mark on this match, he's going to have to put Giancarlo in trouble. And you just rarely see Giancarlo Bedoni out of position. You know, he's so technically solid in every area. He's very, very well-rounded. It's difficult to catch him. And when it does happen, it's usually highly athletic guys who are able to maybe get his back, you know.
Chen scoops in behind the knee. Bedoni checking the far leg, the left leg of Joseph Chen. Wants to make sure that that doesn't swing around and pommel in behind the knee of Bedoni.
Keep that, keep that. We can connect our hands as well if we want. Nice.
5.5 minutes, Joseph. Nice.
Oh, look at this. Ooh, very nearly slid around to the back. Bedoni now on the straight ankle. Chen reacts, reset, back to the guard pass.
That was slick from Joseph there. Nearly had a look at the back, but Giancarlo he was all over it. Very cognizant of the danger and perfect technical answer.
3 minutes down, 5 minutes.
Caused him to reset his pass, though.
Chen not opting to try and get back to the feet so far. But only really moved him around heavily.
You enter, you can finish, Joseph.
2-on-1s, arm drag, any pulling grips to elevate.
And this is kind of interesting, right? Because everybody talks about Joseph's passing, and we know it's phenomenal, but it's like, how do you define his guard game? You know, he has one. It's just not as easy to say exactly which kind of guard he favors, what his entries are. You just don't see him playing this position quite as much.
Yeah, by contrast, you do see Bedoni weighing heavy on knee shields like this.
Great job.
Gonna try and stuff the knee through.
Enter the legs possibly. He's controlling our ankles a bit too much.
Just a reminder of who is still waiting. The next two athletes up, Luke Griffith for New Wave, Nicky Rod for B Team.
We're halfway through.
Keep your left knee facing
Right now, you've got to feel like Team New Wave is ahead on the scorecards. Possibly if you go 10-8 Wagner, it would be all square, but really iffy about that due to the lack of clean submission attempts.
Wow, crowd really like to see Joseph, it seems.
Maybe there was still a little salty for Giancarlo yesterday.
Yeah. He didn't make any fans with his post-match speech there. But Giancarlo is genuinely one of the nicest guys in jiu-jitsu. One of the most polite, well-mannered, respectful people I've met.
And he's probably been the sharpest technician here this weekend as well.
Yeah, that armbar against Ronaldo Jr. was a thing of beauty.
You've got to start thinking, if we go through 3 minutes here, you end up with Nicky Rod versus Luke Griffith, and a submission from one of those two at the end
Could seal it.
would seal the whole thing. They're leaving Nicky Rod in the bag as the chance to be the guy who books $1 million for his team, potentially. Just like last year when he took home $1 million. He's the winner of our heavyweight bracket.
Yeah, Nicky Rod's match against Kinta Iwamoto earlier today was wild. But he's looked human, right? Nicky Rod's match against Brandon Reed yesterday, and then his match against Pixley. Even Kenta had some great moments in that match too. But Nicky Rod does have a win over Luke Griffith, so if it comes down to it,
he's got to be feeling confident. 2 minutes left here, but only not able to find a way through the guard of Joseph Chen.
Oh, false reap attempt. Bodoni clears it.
yeah, he answered
2 minutes,
perfectly there.
Joseph.
Hey, look at that hip switch. Joseph saves it though.
Nice bit of explosion from Bodoni in the tank there.
You know, people forget as well that everybody knows, of course, that Bodoni's been with Danaher for a few years now, but I think people often forget the extended period of time he spent training with Bernardo Faria in Boston, and of course he got his black belt from Lucas Lepri, so he's trained with some of the best technicians in the sport.
Yeah, and of course Bernardo Faria is actually over pit side here watching.
Shout out Big B.
Build a connection to this near side leg if you want.
Heading up towards the final minute now, and
1 minute to work.
Bodoni not able to find a way past this.
You know, this has been a much more physical Giancarlo Bodoni this weekend, so we don't often see him kind of like push his guys around like that, but he's definitely a little bit more chippy with some of his movements this weekend.
Yeah, when you see him reach out and club and snap the head down, it's a big, heavy club.
I like mean Bodoni.
Right?
I like
Yeah.
watching it.
Everybody knows technical Bodoni, but mean Bodoni is cool.
Well, we're into, there he goes, tries to set over. Grab a leg entanglement,
Joseph's
Chen
up in the leg drag
smiles.
now, though. Oh,
Oh, crowd didn't like that.
And Big John's gonna give him a warning.
Giancarlo getting a warning, yeah, no, not winning any fans. Kind of says sorry for that, but
I mean, if he takes home $1 million, or share of $1 million, he's not gonna care.
it was an aggressive push. I'm not sure I call it.
Oh, look at that hip movement on the double unders pass by Chen.
Yeah, trying to do a kind of wrestling sit through to clear the double unders. Final 10 seconds here.
Yeah, nothing's going to happen at this late stage in this 8-minute round except a double elimination. And you have to think on the judges' scorecards, Bodoni took that one.
Bodoni's definitely taken that one for me on the judges' scorecards. I think Team New Wave firmly in the driving seat. If 8 minutes sees out between our next two competitors, it's all going to come down to Nick Rodriguez and Luke Griffith.
Yeah, New Wave are definitely leading 3 matches to 1 on the judges' scorecards.
Well, guys, it's all going to come down to the last match. It was all on Nick Rodriguez last year. It's all on it again. You know he's relishing this moment.
Well, this is his home right here. This is the pit where he won that $1 million 1 year ago. And of course, you know, the last dance for the B team. This is the last time that we'll ever see them compete under that team name. There's a lot of riding on this match. A share of $1 million representing his team that he co-founded along with Ethan Crelinsten, Craig Jones, and Nicky Ryan.
Now,
Big moment.
Of course, this is a rematch, but that last match was EBI overtime. It ended, and it was 3 years ago as well. So Luke Griffith, very different character, as is Nicky Rod.
Yeah, both of these guys completely different humans than they were 3 years ago. Here's what's interesting now. To me, this is where the drama comes in. We all sort of feel like New Wave has the advantage if it goes to a decision. None of that matters if Nicky Rod gets the sub.
Right.
A submission
Ends it all.
overrules everything.
Well, let's go ahead, and for the last time tonight, we're going to bring out 2 athletes into the CJI pit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the team duel, the $1 million, the long-time rivalry, all comes down to this, the final individual matchup in the $1 million tournament championship. We welcome to the pit first, out of the blue corner, the two-time ADCC silver medalist. 1 year ago, he won the individual $1 million. And now he has a chance for his team to win the $1 million for the squad. Would you please welcome, at minus 99 kilograms, from B Team, Nicky Rod, Nick Rodriguez.
The $1 million grappler, Nick Rodriguez, all on his shoulders now for his teammates at B Team.
And now making his way to the pit out of the red corner, the ADCC silver medalist in 2024. An impressive $50,000 submission earlier in the semifinal round. He, of course, Team New Wave Jiu-Jitsu. Please welcome Luke Griffith.
South African Luke Griffith returns here. ADCC silver medalist in 2024. Of course, he got a 50 grand bonus already earlier tonight for subbing Diego Pato, I think it was. You got to ask yourself, if you're on the team, each team, is this the guy you want it all to come down to? B Team planned it for Nicky Rod. New Wave obviously have faith in Luke Griffith. Tail of the tape, Griffith, the slightly heavier athlete. Not by much, though, and probably not in any meaningful manner. 8 minutes on the clock.
All comes down to this. Luke's been working his wrestling. You can see he's trying that throw by right there. You got to say that Nicky Rod has the advantage when it comes to the wrestling.
Single.
Picks up the single.
Yeah, just snatches it up from distance.
Nice job kicking him out of there.
Oh.
Slide by. Luke's on the hunt
nice.
for that slide by. That's the third time he's touched it.
Yeah, not letting himself get bullied, trying to move him around. Oh, yeah, this is getting
Heavy
tense.
Hey, let it get chippy.
It's $1 million on the line here.
And there's a sense of pride on the line that's not normally on the line in a match.
Yeah, listen, Luke Griffith, he wants that win back. He doesn't just want to kind of squeeze out a decision. He wants to make a statement if he can take out the $1 million man.
Oh, Nicky Rod tried to turn the corner there again. Griffith looking for that slide by.
And such a difference in the style of attacks as well. You know, Nicky Rod loves those leg attacks, traditional wrestling style. Oh, and Nicky Rod answers back with a hard clubbing.
He took exception to that. He looked over to Big John McCarthy.
Again, handsy there. Whereas Luke's style of wrestling, definitely a little bit more upper body focused.
Yeah, will we see another shot? There we go.
Shut him out again.
Good defense. This is where it get really interesting if Nicky Rod can't get the takedown or the scramble that he wants. But we saw against Brandon Reed, right?
Will
he was on the back foot, and it took just the smallest of openings.
6 minutes to work.
Because Nicky Rod wrestles up so well. That's the thing, you know? He's adapted his wrestling kind of background to doing so from a seated guard position.
2 minutes down, 6 minutes to go, Nicky Rod. 6 minutes to go.
They've had a good chance to feel each other out now.
Yeah, Nicky Ryan has got to assume that his guys are, for the most part, behind on the judges' scorecards. For $1 million, do you really want to take a chance at the judges?
Oh, that was a nice play. Almost picked up the single. Luke shuts him out of there again. He's wrestling very well with Nicky right now.
Yeah, he is.
You can absolutely cut the tension in here with a knife, bated breath all around the packed Thomas and Mack Arena here in Las Vegas. Just 5 minutes left in this year's tournament.
5 minutes, Nicky Rod, almost halfway through.
Snapping here, snapping here.
Oh, body lock.
Oh, gets inside.
Got to watch the big counter throw. Here he goes. Put him down.
Good takedown for
And he
Nick
lands in
Rodriguez.
exactly the position he wants to be.
Pass.
Straight into the side control.
What a sequence from Nicky Rod. Firmly on the front foot here.
He's got to find a way to put him away, though. He has to find a way to submit.
Listen, if Nicky Rod can get his back, he can choke out anybody in the world.
Or if Nicky could get a 10-8 round.
That could possibly do it, but he's going to be on the hunt for the finish.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Could you imagine?
You know, Nicky Rod knows what a buggy choke looks like. Of course, training with his brother, J-Rod, he's been on the receiving end of plenty of those.
Rodriguez, really tight waist grip here. Not trying to give up.
He hasn't let it go yet. He hasn't changed his grips. He's not climbing up the upper body yet.
Gotta start to work. Let's
And
go.
Luke is disciplined with his frames. Now the left hand is free. He's searching for crossface, possible elbow control.
Great control of the inside space on the left by Griffith.
Perfect. Perfect defensive position from Griffith here.
Now the cross frame still with that tight elbow.
Just like to see Griffith maybe work on his side a little more.
3.5 minutes left, and Nick Rodriguez has got to start trying to open something up here.
Just 3 minutes to work. Breathing, staying calm.
And just heard one of the B team corner, I think it was Damien, say he's going to play perfectly defensive.
Yeah, I mean, you know, why not? Although we've got to think about stalling calls coming in here as well. 2.5 minutes left.
Oh, that's
Oh, my
good.
goodness.
That's good for Rod. Now he's in a really good position to start opening up the attacks.
He's going to try to use his knees to pin down one of those arms.
Yeah, he laces the arm through, trying to turn the corner here. Stay just off the angle.
And Felipe Pena was able to snag an arm and hit that arm bar in the semi-final.
Yeah, you got to wonder, is there any damage
that
on
was
the arm
a very
as well?
tired Luke Griffith who just come off a match against Diego Pato.
2:20 left. Anxious moments here. Every second ticking away.
Just over 2 minutes left in this match.
He's breaking, Nicky Rod. You got 2 minutes
Well,
to sub him.
Nicky Ryan has said you have 2 minutes to sub him, so he's making it very clear what is at stake here, but it's one of those things you kind of have to have urgency, but you can't rush because the smallest gap,
50, Nicky Rod.
he's going to reset the entire position.
Well, and you got to start thinking about hunting for submissions that can come on quick.
You can sub
If you're
him,
thinking
Nicky
I'm going to
Rod.
get to his back here in this last minute and a half,
And fight for 30 seconds.
close it out, that's a tough proposition. If you're thinking I'm going to get to a mounted arm triangle, that's a tough proposition.
You got 90 seconds, Nicky Rod. 90 seconds left. Get to the back, possibly. Underneath the arm.
I think he's got to try to get him up on his side and try to hunt for the Darce.
Surprised we haven't seen him maybe work for the mount either.
Right there.
Into
Get
the
behind that
final
elbow.
minute. Nicky Rod's got to try and snatch something here, or it could be a judge's decision.
Oh, he's behind the elbow.
Wave.
He's behind the elbow. There's the Darce, maybe.
Oh, he's trying to get the arm through.
If he can use his hips to peel the elbow open, he could cook something up right here.
He has got a grip, 40 seconds.
Got to watch the counter back take. Oh, he's got the figure
for the
four.
front.
Oh my God, with 30 seconds to go.
He is going to
can squeeze it out.
everything he's got.
He could do it, but as long as Luke stays flat, it's going to be really hard to finish him. He needs to get him up on his side. He has to
He's
bail.
giving the grip up.
All the way to mount.
Goes to mount.
20 seconds left.
Is this enough to turn it to a
Griffith is
10-8
buckling.
round? He's going to pop this triangle.
14 seconds, Griffith scrambles out. Oh, this is going to do it. We're going to go to another elimination and the judges' scorecards to decide it all. Time expires.
Well, that is razor thin. The margins, if you add up all 5 matches, we're going to get a judge's decision. And you can clearly say a couple of the matches, one way or the other, some not so close. But then the ones that we definitely know somebody won. Were they 10-9s? Were they 10-8s? We're gonna find out soon, but man, I'm not even on the edge of my chair. We're all stood up, waiting to find out which team is gonna take that $1 million.
So we're gonna funnel out all of the other teams here, or all of the teams here, and some of the replays coming through. That was really what started it all for Nicky Rod.
It was beautifully timed. He got that body lock, and he didn't waste time. He got straight into top position, but Luke shelled up. He did all the right things defensively.
Yeah, it was not for lack of trying. Nicky Rod getting the squeeze on from unorthodox positions late. Just trying to look at the demeanor of the teams here. B team not sure, New Wave unsure. Now the coaches make their way onto the mat. John Danaher with his team. There's a lot of frantic action over at the Smooth Comp table with all the judges. Our announcer, Michael C. Williams, they just want to make sure they get this locked in, fully explained perfectly. So close in the final. No submissions, but you know what? Sometimes you put the best athletes in the world together. That's how it's going to play out. It was hard fought. It was grueling. A lot of attritional jiu-jitsu as well. And we are getting the final tallies sorted. Just making sure, as I said, it's going to be explained as cleanly as possible. It's been a party atmosphere here in Vegas all weekend. Of course, IBJJF World Masters going on at the same time as well. The atmosphere's been fantastic here inside the Thomas & Mack. And of course, a little bit of a slow start yesterday. Craig Jones, listening to all of you at home, putting up that $50,000 submission bounties. Cost him a pretty penny today, it has to be said. Victor Hugo, the primary beneficiary there, had a couple of good submissions to pick up a $100,000 bonus. Will he get his share of $1 million now? Now John Danaher looks on, and I'll tell you, our ring announcer is hustling his way around to enter the corner of the pit. $1 million, 200,000 apiece for these athletes. The biggest prize in jiu-jitsu history once again here at CJI 2. Let's find out who's going to take it home.
Ladies and gentlemen, upon conclusion of our final team duel, all 5 matches in that final team duel went to a double elimination without submissions. We therefore go first to the cumulative judges' scorecards that cover all 5 of those matches, and they are as follows. Justin Flores, Miha Pirhavitz, and Jaron Villel have all scored cumulatively throughout the entire team duel 47-47. So on points, the team duel is a draw. According to the established CJI 2 rule set, to determine the winner of the team duel, we go to the judges' decision and scorecards of the last individual match. Scoring the last individual match, all 3 judges score that final contest 10-8 Across the board, they see it unanimously for the winner and the $1 million team tournament champions, Coach Nicky Ryan, Team BT.
Well, there you have it. The B team are victorious on the tiebreaker criteria. None of us, I think, ever conceived that that might be the case. New Wave, look on. They can't believe what's happening. I hope at some point we can get a breakdown of those scores for you. I certainly would like to know. But first, we're going to have to talk to our victors. Alex Wendling is with our winners.
With the $1 million man who's repeating history. The last time you faced Luke Griffith was in the quarterfinals of EBI 20, and you got the submission there. Today, you were very dominant, and it came down to that match. How's it feel getting it done for your team?
It feels absolutely amazing. You know, I had tremendous confidence going into this event because I know exactly how hard these guys work, how intelligent they are in the training camp. So I was really looking forward to seeing them shine, and that's exactly what they did. They shined.
When you heard the news today that every submission would get a $50K bonus, what was the energy like amongst your team?
Yeah, it was quite amazing, but I was wondering if yesterday rolled over to today, but
we're gonna have to talk to Craig about that.
No, it's pretty great. I'm excited for my team. We all get a good payday, and everybody's going home nice and healthy.
What do you want next, Nicky Rod? You are the fan favorite grappler. What is next for you after you cash in this $200K?
What I want next, more money, more competitions. I think that's kind of the goal right now. I'm living good, thanks to Craig Jones and Seth Bilal, and I'm gonna keep on with it. Honestly, Tuesday I was actually in the hospital, couldn't walk. I was quite unhealthy and unsure if I was gonna be able to compete. But honestly, I sat down, prayed, I talked to God. I was like, give me the strength to heal up and come out here and compete, do what I love. And he did just that. And in the nick of time, I was healthy enough to train and get on the mats and do what I love.
Well, we are so happy you are part of CJI too, cashing in that $1 million. And Nicky Ryan, it was under your leadership. How proud are you of these boys tonight?
Super proud of the entire team. They all killed it. Also, big shout out to Damien. The guy doesn't get enough credit. He helped me run this entire camp, so it was super helpful. We both took off of training to help run the camp, so big thank you. Let's give a round of applause for Damien.
And how about Coach John Danaher and Craig Jones coming together to be able to put on a big show like this? I don't think a fairy tale could have been written any better. B-Team and New Wave, the iconic rivalry in the finale.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great thing for the sport. I mean, as you know, I like to stay out of all the social media drama. So it's awesome to see them two come together and do something together to help elevate the sport.
Now, how do you think some of these responsible men over here are going to be spending that $200K each?
Not very, terribly. This man is going to be gone within the first 2 days. Ethan, probably 6 hours.
Give it up for your B-Team mercenaries. They're going home with $1 million thanks to Craig Jones and Seth Bilal. Craig has already vanished, so make sure you guys show support for this event so we can get another CJI 3.